Action stations, prep for combat. Let's run out the guns.
Alright, let's see if we can get this going here. Hello everyone, I'm going to be trying out a new game here. Hopefully the volume and everything's fine. Let me know if it isn't. It's called Dreadnought. You know, I might have to adjust the volume a little bit just because it's a little bit louder and more stuff going on in World of Tanks a lot of times.
Engines at full burn, Captain. Thrusters burnt out, Captain.
Ready to launch.
Oh shit, I'm definitely gonna die. That was not a smart thing for me to do. Okay. It just threw me into the battle here, so yeah, let me fix this for a second. So it just appears a little bit loud. Hello Dana, Uber. Hello Lollyboss and Simon too. Nice to see you guys. Alright, let me pick a different ship here. It just threw me into the battle, and it's called a Corvette. Essentially the... Oh shit, it just did it again because I didn't because I didn't pick it in time. It's essentially just the smallest ship that you can play, and it's pretty hard to get things done.
Firing thrusters. Forward thrusters
But
online.
essentially this game, you know, it's pretty similar in the layout to what you would see from like World of Tanks.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain.
Ready to launch. It's over, Captain.
Okay, this match is done. It threw me in here at the end. I was hoping to get into a fresh match. Hello, John. Hello, Rich too. Yeah, it's a little bit different. This game's still in closed beta. I've been in it since alpha testing. You know, it still has a lot of bugs in it, and yeah, it's not perfect, but it's pretty fun. Essentially, like, it's probably closely related. It's probably like World of Warships in a way, as far as how the game plays. So let me just return to essentially the garage here. Hello, Phoenix. But yeah, more or less, like it's pretty similar in the layout to World of Tanks. You like have a manufacturer tree where there's only 5 tiers in the game currently, since it's pretty early on in beta. You know, they're opening up to, you know, it's going to be an open beta here soon, and I think a couple weeks, if not a month at most. But essentially, you just grind out modules, very similar to World of Tanks. I'm just going to try to queue up here, since it does take a little bit longer most of the time to get into a fight, you know, since the player base is pretty small. But essentially, with each ship, outside of the premium ones are like gold around the edges. You can unlock modules, you know, level them up, much like World of Tanks in a way. So they pretty much, you know, copied that aspect of it and didn't really, you know, change the formula essentially. The first iteration of the game was pretty confusing before they added tech trees. Like when I first started playing, the game, essentially you could buy any ship you wanted. You just had to level up your captain to be able to get them. It was really confusing. Essentially, yeah, Dreadnought is essentially tanks, or I would say ships in space, essentially World of Warships. Like more or less, you have essentially, I think it's 4 classes. You have a little Corvette. It's like a light tank essentially. You have artillery, which more or less is just a tank destroyer. It's just long range, very poorly armored. You have a support tactical cruiser, they call it, where you're mainly healing your team, giving them buffs. You can also damage enemies too, mainly the Corvettes. You have a Dreadnought, which there's 5 classes looking here. I won't say I'm a veteran of this game. I'm pretty much a noob. They're, you know, the heavy tanks, and then in between is a destroyer, more or less a medium tank, if you're relating it to tanks. But essentially, you know, there's these specific classes. There's not a whole lot to pick from right now, being that there's only 5 tiers. But you know, the game's still pretty early on. I'll say balancing wise, it's a little bit hit or miss. Like right now, the way that you pick matches is you create these fleets. You can put, depending on the fleet, you have 3 different levels. And, you know, you can put tier 1 and 2. That's the way they do matchmaking. Essentially, tier 1 and 2 ships fight against one another. And then it's tier 3 and 4 fight against one another, and 4 and 5. So you're never going to see anything too drastic, like, you know, high tier ships killing you, which was, if I streamed the earlier version of this game, that was very much the case. But
Weapons are locked on.
hitting this thing is not going to be easy.
Launching missiles.
But what I like about this game, like I compare it closely to World of Warships, is you have main guns and you have little secondary guns you can switch to.
Understood.
And
Swapping to primary weapons,
you always have
Captain.
something to do, because you can heal your ship, you can shoot off missiles. Essentially the things at the top of the screen there, you have more equipment that as you level up, your ship gains more access to more of them, and you know, you can have like 5 or 6 different things up there, so you always have something to micromanage. It's you can switch into a couple different modes too to focus on firepower, your shields, or your movement too. But yeah, I figured I'd stream this since oh shit, this guy is right behind me. Holy crap.
Autoguns fired up.
Ooh, he just, or he tried to, damn. I am getting destroyed. Oh, I killed him, but I also died. The game's still funky. I'm still learning it. Yeah. The one thing I do like about it, though, is you can switch out into different ships mid-fight. You're not locked into anything specifically. So it's not like tanks or ships where you die and you know you're out for the match. Captain Bruce Willis, he actually does, believe it or not, I thought the same thing. He did sound and kind of look like Bruce Willis in the garage. Like right now there's a little bit of like PvE content, more or less for trading or training, which I'll say the training element was pretty fun to play.
Captain,
but
we're getting butchered out there. We gotta
more or
stand up.
less, you know, the game just has PvP, and you know, it's pretty hard. A lot of the people that are playing this game right now, looking at the forums and stuff, they play the hell out of this thing, and I'm just like struggling to learn.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Really? Why are you aiming at the little ship here?
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Forward thrusters at maximum.
But
Thrusters burnt out, Captain.
maneuvering in this takes a little bit of time to get the hang of it. Essentially, you have your standard forward, right, left, backwards, but you also have up and down with the shift and the shift key, and also
Good night.
the space button.
Destroyer has been eliminated.
Hello, Jerry. Crew members, no. As of right now, like, right now there's no such thing as a crew. Essentially, when I pop out, you'll see you have a captain that you can level up. That's more or less the only thing that's crew related right now, is essentially your character level. Like, who knows if they're going to add in something like crews? It doesn't look like they are. But like I was kind of saying, in the previous build, your captain level determined what you could outfit on your ship. So I'm getting torn to shreds here. Essentially, you know, your account level tied to what you could equip on a ship, and it was very confusing. And honestly, it made being a new player virtually impossible to essentially damage ships and fight against anyone who had a higher account level than you. But you know, it looks like right now the only thing really that you have to worry about is, you know, leveling your ship up with experience. There's credits, and then they still have free experience too, where, you know, you gain a little bit of free experience for each battle. You can convert it if you would like. Ah, shit, my guy just died there. I'm in a tactical cruiser right now. I can repair my team, but I also can...
Captain. Understood. Repairing. Float the pod. System drained. Starting recharge.
I can repair myself. I can repair my teammates, but it's kind of dual duty. Shit. Our team, honestly, I've found balancing between the teams to be a little iffy. Just because matchmaking seems to just chuck people in at random right now, because oftentimes it's very one-sided, the matches.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
It's like right now I want to get away from that. On the mini-map it's that giant blob. That's a Dreadnought, and oh, those things are very difficult to damage. Essentially, you know, they have the biggest guns, but they are very hard, you know, aiming at things that move fast. So I'm just trying to get away from that little guy.
Repair pod is away.
Reloading. We owe you one, Captain.
But yeah, this, you know, the reason I'm streaming this now is basically this weekend they switched over to a closed beta build, and they're looking to open up the open beta, which this is looking like it's going to be a free-to-play game. Right now, it's the only way you can access it since it's in a closed beta. Okay, this is not good. I need to put my shield up. Damn, Wig has got nailed. Like, there's things, once you get up into higher tiers, like this is essentially a tier 2 ship. I'm not playing anything high tier just yet. There's things like tactical nukes, and it gets pretty crazy.
Captain, we need to turn this
Unfortunately,
around.
damaging things with this little gun, oh shit, is pretty bad. I got away from my team, unfortunately. But one good thing, even though it's called a like artillery cruiser or whatever, the role of arty, as you see, they are very weakly, you know, protected, and you know, while they do have the longest range in the game, at the same time, they are very easy to damage and kill until you get whacked by one head on. But this is going to be on PS4 as well as PC. Alright, our team is not doing as bad as I thought we were. Let me hop into... I haven't played... I'll play a Dreadnought right now. This is a premium one that I have, because I bought a, you know, a founders pack just to get into the closed alpha, because this, it's a beautiful game. Like, graphically I turned it down a little bit to stream, but and I also turned off DirectX 12 because right now it's a little bit buggy, but the game overall is pretty freaking,
You heard the captain.
pretty freaking cool to play. Shooting things lower though, they have not fixed that though, because honestly, like sometimes I'm trying to get around him to broadside him. There we go. That's why I related to playing like World of Warships, because the Dreadnoughts, you just frickin' blast people off the sides with a lot of them. The matches, typically I find they are somewhere in between World of Tanks and World of Warships. Like most of the time, I find they last, I don't know, anywhere from like 8 to 12 minutes, more or less. They can last a little bit longer, but yeah, more or less I find them to last about there. It really just depends on the teams, which I haven't gotten into one of the modes yet, but they have, it's called Onslaught mode. You know, there's actually like AI ships. They're smaller, and essentially there's a lot of ships flying around that aren't just you know, player controlled. But yeah, the art, essentially the way that ships work out, you have the Corvette here. They're like essentially light tanks in a way. They're very fast, high damage. They can cloak a lot of them. They're just zipping around, but they're very fragile. You have the tactical cruiser that can repair. It can buff ships, and it also can fight enemy ships in a way where, like, you can. It's hard to explain because I'm trying to learn the game as I play still, and like they can essentially shoot stuff at enemy ships and knock out certain parts. Then you have artillery cruiser, you know, very long range fighter. They're very weak, and most of the time, you know, if you can see one and you're within range, you're going to kill it. And then the Dreadnought, they're essentially very slow, a lot of health, a lot of armor, huge guns, but, you know, they're very easy to work around. And destroyers are essentially, you know, they're a little bit weaker, but they're more of a generalist ship. But more or less, the only thing I see now, like I've only played this build for a couple days. You have your essentially character here. They used to have all the stuff that you can buy module wise tied to your rank, which right now nothing's tied to it outside of you can unlock some stuff and buy. It looks like the way that they're gonna monetize the game, since this is going to be a free-to-play game, is because I do have this from buying a founders pack. You're going to be able to buy different outfits for your person. Not that I really see that being a huge thing. As you see here, this is kind of like the login first screen. You can buy different essentially camouflages in a way and emblems to put on your ship. There's premium ships, but it doesn't look like they have any crews for you, whoopsie daisy, to actually manage. Essentially buying a ship, the only way, you know, I find it a little bit unfinished right now, because you can't buy a ship by actually unlocking it, clicking on it, and then buying it from here. You have to buy it on the previous ship after you unlock it. But once you buy it, you don't have any captains or crews or anything to put into, so you're not going to have that kind of initial shock like in World of Tanks, World of Warships, where you're kind of at a disadvantage not having a good crew or a captain. Alright, so I do have quite a bit of, I have a couple other things I can buy here. I see a lot of people complaining right now, since there only are 5 tiers in this game. The difference in performance is pretty big between the tiers. If you're in a tier 1 ship against a 2, right now it's not the most well balanced game. I don't want to use any free experience right now, but let me get back into matchmaking. I'd like to get this mode, but I'm just doing any. That way I get into a fight pretty quick. But right now, the way that it looks like, essentially spending money on this game, you have ships, you know, customizing your character that you rarely see outside of the end game screen of each match, and you also can go in and customize the ship a lot. That's one cool thing about the game, is depending on what you put on the ship, it does change it. Right now, even though there are 5 tiers and the tech trees look very large, once you get to about tier 3, really the ships just change in, you know, small little aspects as far as how they look, but they're more or less the same ship right now since it is early on. But you know, balancing wise, it's definitely gotten better. I remember just maybe like a month ago playing this, you'd be in like what is now like a tier 1 or a tier 2 ship, getting thrown in with the end game ships, and you essentially died in about 5-10 seconds. But here's hoping matchmaking pops off here. Which, just before I started, there is one cool thing I saw. Matchmaking, I forget where it hit, but if it takes a certain amount of time to get into a match, you get thrown in to a match. You do get compensated for it with experience across all your ships that you selected. Right now I selected the recruit level, because veteran, I just have premium ships right now. But you get thrown into a match as kind of like an AI player almost. You're driving like little fighter planes, and it really doesn't. Like you can help the teams do damage and stuff, but you're getting experience based off of winning, losing, stuff and that. But it's a pretty decent feature where, you know, it's pretty interesting because like other games that have very long matchmaking queues, eventually you just sit there and you never get in a match. But here's a hoping I can at least show off the onslaught mode. But I plan on streaming, you know, until a little bit past 8 here. I'm not going to stream this for a super long time. Just figured I'd give you guys a look because I might be, you know, just popping on random games outside of World of Tanks streams. Between this, I might do Overwatch. If I nab Battlefield 1, I might be streaming that here or there. But if this game looks interesting, I would just wait until the open beta instead of purchasing a pack to get into it. Like I did that about 4 or 5 months ago at this point. Because the open beta is right around the corner. And there's supposedly not any wipes after this. As far as resetting your character, even though it's going to be an open beta, you're going to carry everything into the actual game. What do you mean, Lolly Boss? Tons of energy for YouTubers? Honestly, I'm having pretty fun playing this just because it's a new game. Like, honestly, I freaking suck at this game compared to a lot of people I come across. I've probably only had like 2 or 3 different good matches. This is another team deathmatch mode. Like that was just a tactical nuke that just freaking dropped in between us here. Yes, there is a team chat. Like I don't exactly type in it, but nor do I know basically the key to get to it. But there is a all chat and team chat. Let's say it looks like, yep, here he is.
Torpedoes locked and ready, Captain.
I don't want to fire my torpedoes.
Thanks for the assist.
I'm gonna try to get over. I see this one ship over here. The mini-map is a little bit hard to pick out where exactly enemies are. Especially on some maps, the space maps, because there's a lot of vertical movement. More or less on maps. Ooh, I just saw him.
We're locked on, Captain.
Aye, Captain. Engaging.
Now I'll fire my freaking torpedoes at that SPG, essentially. Holy shit! Ah, there's too many of them.
Locked onto target. Reloading silence.
Hit us hard, Captain.
Also give us time to reload the torpedo tubes.
I'm doing bad here.
Primary weapons, Captain.
I don't want these. I still get confused with controls.
Put an end to that.
At least I killed him, but I now have
We've got a lock.
a shit ton of missiles coming in my way.
Autogons.
I do like that they have, right now there's probably like 4 or 5 maps, I would say. I do like that they have space maps and also, you know, planetary maps where you're on a planet, because they do play pretty differently between the two.
Aye, Captain. Activating.
Okay, I want to try to take out this little ship here.
Captain, we've got a lock.
System
Come on.
drained.
Ah, shit. Hello, Orlando? Okay. Oh, God. Big ass ship here.
Weapons, aye.
Let him loose.
Like I'm in a destroyer right now, and this guy in front of me is a Dreadnought, and yeah, he's now shooting at me.
That did it. Hostile destroyed.
They are not invincible. I found that out while driving mine. but it probably takes about maybe like 5 matches. Like at this point, I've probably played about maybe like 3 or 4 dozen matches to get used to the controls. Only because you have to, you know, outside of moving forward, right, left, you also have to move up and down.
Amplifying weapons, aye.
This guy's got a little support guy here. I'm gonna fire a couple torpedoes at him.
System drained.
All the guns fired up. Activating primary weapons, Captain.
But the freaking camera sometimes here annoys the hell out of me when you're firing straight up. Like right now, oh, I'm getting torn to shreds by quite a few people here. I am definitely gonna die because I thought there was less enemies here. No, that's the good thing, Rich. Like again, like they still are changing things pretty drastically in between their updates, but there's no there's nothing like premium rounds, anything like that. It's more or less, you know, the only thing that could give you an advantage is, you know, using, you know, the premium currency to get to a higher tier ship quicker.
We're turning the tide, Captain.
But outside of that, or a premium ship, which they don't seem gimped. Like sometimes, like you see, like World of Tanks, they release premiums that are a little bit worse than their own counterparts. A little bit less so recently, but
Thank you.
okay. More or less, in this game, premium ships seem pretty much on par with their same tier counterparts. I'm gonna regret going over here now.
Ready to launch.
Hit us hard, Captain.
Oh, I guess got whacked. Run away!
That's all she's got, Captain.
Activating thrust amplifier.
Luckily, these things are very quick, but that thing is still trying to shoot me with that freaking laser.
Thrust amplifiers depleted.
But yeah, earlier builds, it was a little bit more pay to win. I would say the way that they had you purchasing modules and stuff. But currently, in this build, they definitely moved away from that. Shit, I do not want to be caught in this little ship right here. I'm waiting for, you know, the torpedo to reload. That's the main way of doing damage in this.
Amplifying weapons, aye.
Ready to launch.
Ah shit, my frickin'... You do have to worry about that. My torpedo launched and hit the frickin' ground right there. Yeah, essentially the way, like, seeing ships and stuff, it is based off of, you know, actually spotting and shooting at them. A lot of people are complaining about that, so they are... Essentially, they said that they are going to address it, but whether or not that changes sometime soon, who knows? That remains to be seen.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Oops, please don't shoot me.
Thrusters.
Thrusters at max. Thrusters burnt out, Captain.
Understood. Engaging thrust amplifier.
But yeah, like you saw the camera sometimes looking up and down if you're firing on something
Thrust amplifier
immediately
drained,
below or above you. Sometimes aiming at long range, it is very hard because the zoom isn't very...
We've got an enemy contact.
You know, it doesn't zoom in very far. Awesome. Let's get this guy out very quick. Not going to waste my torpedo on him because they should kill him.
We're back in this fight.
But even though the game graphically, like, I think it looks excellent. Like on the stream, it looks a little different because I did tone it down. But just so I didn't have too many hiccups with, you know, the stream buffering all the time. But the game runs very well. Honestly, with as much as what's going on the screen at a time, the game performs, it uses less resources, especially with the CPU, than World of Tanks. So I need to get a little bit out of here. But yeah, it actually, you know, it uses less resources than World of Tanks, and in my opinion looks a lot better.
Contact eliminated.
Alright, maybe I'm getting shot now. This is not good. Stop shooting me, in tactical shit. I can't shoot behind me unless I switch to my little lasers, which don't do jack
Thrust
shit.
amplifiers kicking in.
We've taken the lead, Captain.
Ah, you got me.
Abandoned ship, report to
Hello, Ming. Nice to see you. Which surprisingly, we're neck and neck here. Usually matches are very lopsided. The spawning system is a little bit funky currently. I've been spawned right on top of enemies. Alright, I'm gonna hop into an artillery cruiser. Not that I am good in this. I have not had any luck in these things. I'm gonna try to go after.
You heard the Captain.
Understood. Engaging cloak.
Essentially, you can activate siege mode and fire quicker.
Systems depleted,
Actually,
Captain.
hitting ships sometimes is hard.
One less Dreadnought
Yeah, I
to
got the
worry
final
about.
kill. Awesome. The cooking stream? I'm gonna have to work up for that. Or work up to that. But yeah, right now, as far as, you know, the one way that they're gonna charge people money is if you want to buy outfits and stuff. This is really the only screen that you see them. So, not that it's gonna affect anything. But yeah, as far as graphically goes, most things are on high settings right now. But I did turn a couple things down as far as post-processing and a few other things that would make it a little bit jittery. Not too bad though. I didn't exactly do very well for my team, but I'll take it. Alright. But I would like to... Maybe I'll try to... I only have tier 4 ships right now for a veteran. You know, right now I don't have a tier 5, so I'm not even going to try that. But maybe I'll try this here veteran setting. The one thing I will say, like, if anyone's going to be trying this game, it's very hard to know what your range is and really the details of some things. Like here on, you know, Tempest missiles, it shows you 7,000 meters for range. However, looking at this, it doesn't exactly tell you your range on it, and in battle it's very difficult. Now there is something called officer briefings. You unlock them once you get to tier 3 ships. You know, tier 2 ships do not have that unlocked here. More or less with them, I think that, since I haven't gotten to it, might be the only thing that you unlock with a higher, you know, essentially officer level. So let's see if anyone's playing veteran.
Gotta be a few good jobs out there.
We'll see. It's just, I didn't have any luck getting into one earlier, since most people are at tier 2, sometimes tier 3 now. But more or less, yeah, this seems like a pretty fun game to me. Yes, it has a lot of little quirks to work out as far as conveying information, but you know, if they figure out a couple balancing things, it seems like a fun game to pop into. Nice. Well, hopefully, like, as far as settings go for the stream, I'm using the same settings as World of Tanks, you know, more or less. Like, the only difference is this game uses a little bit less resources, but my CPU and GPU never max out, so you know, hopefully that does help out, because I'll be streaming, you know, World of Tanks. I'll be starting tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow morning for Tanks. But you know, this game, like, I've been playing a little bit of World of Warships too. I relate the two only because you're driving or captaining, you know, something pretty much large for most of these things, and ships is kind of the same thing. However, this game actually, with the added elements, you know, you have more vertical, you know, more planes to essentially fight on because it's you're moving up and down because you're in a spaceship. But there's a lot more going on between, you know, World of Warships. You just have primary weapons, secondaries, sometimes torpedoes. If you're in a carrier, you have, you know, a couple plane squadrons to, you know, manage. But more or less, this game, there's always something happening. And with respawning, all right, I'm going to pop into a lower one just because I don't think many people are playing
Let's see what's out there.
veteran level. All right, get to pop back into the hangar. So I would like to... never mind. So I'd say I'm slowly kitting out some of my ships. Since, like I said, since there's only 5 tiers, you know, it's not like the beginning of World of Tanks where it feels like you're playing, you know, these dinky little tanks and you're just blowing through them learning the game. This game, you're thrown into, like, tier 1, it takes you maybe like 10 matches to get through. But this game, it seems like all tiers, they have, you know, it balanced out to where it makes sense to play them. Because economically, looking at other people talking about it on the forum, essentially once you start hitting tier 4, and, you know, tier 3 takes a bit to get through. Once you start hitting tier 4, that's where you kind of break even. You're not going to be making a lot of money. Even with their premium account, you're not going to make it at tier 5 unless you have a really good match. But you're going to be, you know, having trouble making a large amount of profit at higher tiers. So it's kind of good in a way, because even if this game, like, who knows how popular it's going to be. It won a lot of awards at game shows last year, since it is a newer game. But you know, it's gonna really give people an incentive to play, you know, the lower tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, because that's where you kind of make a pretty decent profit. You know, where you're not gonna lose by having a bad match. What monitor size? Oh Lord, you're asking a tough question here for me. I believe I'm gonna have to go with 26 inch. I have 2 of them, somewhere around there, anywhere between 24 and 28 for a monitor. They're fairly large. Hello, Nice Couple, nice to see you.
Missiles have a lock. Call the shot, Captain.
Amplifying weapons, aye.
Yeah, like seeing some people, like seeing that guy is,
Missile silos
oh,
reloading,
it could be
Captain.
tough spotting people on space maps. There is one other space map, I believe, but this is the one I've seen so far, but I might just be remembering incorrectly. Shit, there is Corvette. Oh, he's over there. I'm gonna have no chance to hit him. Oh shit.
Torpedoes locked on.
Aye, Captain.
Oh
Activating.
shit, this guy is coming right for me.
Our position.
System
I
ready.
was not paying attention there. And he just freaking nailed me. Oh god. Well, that was embarrassing. I keep pulling up that little tactical wheel that you see. Essentially, you know, you can boost your speed, you can boost your firepower, or put up shields that mitigate most damage thrown at you. That guy looks like he turned on, you know, the speed boost and just freaking bum rushed me. Oh, awesome, dude. I'm pretty sure someone's gonna ban that guy. Let's see. You are blocked. Troll fail. Alright.
Captain, we
Let's
need to
move
turn this
along here.
around.
I gotta... there's somebody up there.
Ready to launch.
if my torpedo hits this thing, I will be pissed. I am pissed. Oh my god. Like I said, I am terrible at this frickin' game sometimes. But even though, you know, I don't know what I'm doing half the time, it's still frickin' fun.
Amplifying weapons eye.
You got him, Captain.
Score settled, Captain.
Looks like there's, yep, there's another little ship here. Let's get my little beam turrets till I get around here.
Thrust amplifiers kicking in now, Captain.
Understood. Swapping.
Ah,
Full
just
power
ran
to
into a
maneuvering
frickin'
thrusters.
asteroid.
Thrust amplifier drained, Captain.
You are very lucky I am bad. Little goddamn ship. There we go.
Down.
Awesome.
Enemy corvette eliminated, Captain.
Yes, it is very much like that game. You know, both games are pretty similar between the two. Like, I might give that game a shot too. Yeah.
Aye, Captain. Engaging.
Uh-oh. He's a little bit outside of my range.
We're getting killed out here.
Oh, yes I am.
Ready to
Definitely
launch.
getting killed.
Pulse count.
Thanks for the assist.
Full power to maneuvering
Hell
thrusters.
out of here.
It's not looking good out there, Captain.
Support fire. Needed over here.
Yeah, this match, it's a little bit lopsided here.
Full power to forward thrusters. Forward thrusters exhausted, Captain.
Understood. Engaging thrust amplifier.
Need support fire at these coordinates.
Yep, I see him. Yeah, both games, like looking at both of them, they seem pretty comparable between the two. I started out with, shit, I just got wrecked. I started out with this just because somebody I know I play games with mentioned it. So I figure I'll hop into this one. I would say, like, CPU wise, like, it works better on my CPU since, you know, I have a lot of cores on this. I would say for something like that, you might have some issues. Since this game is built with DirectX 11 and 12 in mind, you're definitely, you know, if you have a old CPU, it might struggle a bit there. Awesome, so I got spawned behind the enemy here, and I'm in a tactical cruiser. So more or less I'm kind of here to heal this guy. So hopefully he knows what he's doing. We are very, very close to, you know, the large group of the enemy. Hello, Hayden. Yes, it's called Dreadnought.
Captain, we're getting butchered out there. We gotta step it
Yeah,
up.
I know we're getting butchered. It's because I'm on this team.
We've suffered massive casualties, Captain. We might have to fall
The
back.
hell, I'll
You heard the Captain.
boost my beam here.
Systems depleted, Captain. Understood. Repairing. Float the pod? Aye, Captain. System drained. Cycling. Amplifying weapons, aye.
See if I can help
Enemy
out here.
warheads locked on our position.
Oh, why are you aiming at me? You're not
Thanks
supposed
for
to
the
aim at
assist.
me.
I could have at least said thanks. Ship's hull down to 50%, Captain.
Abandoned ship.
Yeah. That worked out good. I actually saw some news about, you know, the Cabby Lake CPUs. They seem to virtually be identical to, what is it, Skylake? The one before it. As far as performance goes, it doesn't seem like they really changed much. Why don't I hop to this ship that... never mind, it's over. I'll probably play maybe 1 or 2 more matches here for this. I didn't intend to stream this for too long since right now, you know, I only have really like 4 actual ships that I can play. And since it is pretty early on, like there's not too many maps. I really wish I'd get something other than Team Deathmatch though. Got an elite bonus. Oh, probably because I actually was not on the bottom for once. But I do plan on streaming, you know, different games here or there on the days where I'm not streaming World of Tanks. It's like next one. I am in the hangar. Duh. I want to go here. The next one I might try to do Overwatch, or maybe Battlefield 1. The other game I play is Civilization 6. Definitely not going to do that. Okay, I got that on just in time. And it's Team Deathmatch again. Really wanted to show off this other game mode. Even though I haven't selecting any. It's just... it's pretty fun. You are part of the team. There is PvE. However, you know, all those guys up there, that's individual players. It used to be 5 versus 5, but they did increase the size of teams in a couple patches ago. But you know, more or less, the other game mode I keep talking about. You know, you have what is it, 8v8 here. But on top of that, you probably have about maybe like 100 individual AI. You know, little fighters. There's like bomber, cruisers. Like they're really small compared to your ship. And then you have a command capital ship that you have to kind of defend and destroy the enemies. That's a really fun mode. Unless your team doesn't defend your own, then it pretty much ends quickly. Battlefield 4 is a possibility. I do own that game. I don't have it installed right now, but you know, I might try Battlefield 1 since that seems to be pretty up my alley. But you know, you might see like Thursday is the next time where I might stream another game. You might see Overwatch Thursday, since that game's pretty lighthearted and fun if you don't play it serious, because some people take it way too serious. Are you taking requests? Sure. Like if you know, if there are games you guys want me to play, you know, feel free to mention them. Like I might pick them up if you guys want, you know, want me to play them. Definitely helps if I own the game already, but because I can't buy them all. It will be free to play Nice Cuppa. Right now it's in a closed beta. It just exited alpha testing as of this weekend. It's going into open beta very soon now. I would say within the next month they're shooting for. Ooh, this little guy.
Solid lock.
Awesome, we killed him. Alright, we're getting flanked here. Not good, not good.
Amplifying weapons, aye.
Missile silos still reloading.
Let's see if I can take this guy out before the other ship back here can help him too much.
Yes.
Awesome.
Hostile destroyer eliminated.
I've actually done something. But yeah, I would say, like, right now you only can buy packages to get into the game. They're called, like, Founders Packs. I picked one up a few months ago, but right now I would just wait for an open beta.
We have weapon lock.
Shield activated.
Torpedo
I
away.
thought he was gonna
Autoguns fired
come
up.
hit me. Oh shit, there's another
Enemy contact.
enemy over here. Okay. Luckily, artillery in this game, you can dodge it. See ya, Meng. Nice to see you during the stream here.
Out there.
Got to reload. Stand by.
Where are the servers? Honestly, I have no clue. It's like the company that makes it is Greybox. You know, they're not a huge developer. I don't know though, to be honest. It's like I'm still just learning how to play the game. But I haven't you know, run into any lag. But I don't know if there's multiple servers. God, that hurt a little bit. Try to hit this little bugger, but ooh, shit. I'm dead. But yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to find it on their forums or their website. Hello, Foreplay. But yeah, I honestly do not know. Like right now, I would say the possibility of them only having a couple servers up is high, just because, like, as far as population goes, it looks like there's only maybe a few hundred people on right now, because essentially right now playing, like, these are still all the alpha testers and people that essentially bought packages to get into the game. There's no open invites right now until they go to open beta. But, you know, they pulled the servers down this weekend to get it to open beta, and, you know, they were kind of saying that it is right around the corner in the next couple weeks. Let's see if I can stay alive here long enough to do something. It's just rush into here, what the hell. I'm gonna try to whack this guy with a torpedo and get the hell out of here.
Forward, enemy warheads locked on our position. Thrusters
You
overheated,
are
Captain.
locked on, but I'm gonna run away before you can actually hit me.
Drained, Captain. Fusion reactor is overheating, putting energy system offline.
Driving this thing is very fun. Or flying, I should say, since I'm not exactly... John, the higher tier ships do, the Dreadnoughts. Like, sometimes you'll see, like, those are small explosions. These things, you can, like, wipe out 3 or 4 ships with one. Like, right now, I only have a premium Dreadnought, the Morning Star, that's the name of it. But more or less, once you start getting to tier 3, there's a upgrade for it.
Ready to launch.
Deploy damage control team.
Hell out of here, but yeah, I'm gonna die.
Main power just went down. Our hull is collapsing.
They sound overpowered, a nuclear missile, but they are somewhat easily avoidable when you see an enemy fire one at you. And they have a very long cooldown. But I'll hop into, you know, my biggest one here, the Morning Star. But it's a premium ship, so right now you can't change any of the loadouts. But I believe the first couple big ships here, the Dreadnoughts, you have the possibility of equipping it. Like right now, you know, this is more of a brawler, which I find doesn't work out too well, just because you take a shit ton of damage close up. And this is actually considered fast for some of the higher tier ships that you see, which is surprising because this thing is pretty damn slow. I'm going to try to get a little bit closer to the fight.
We've got a lock.
Yeah, I know we got a lock here.
Launch flechettes.
Oh, not cool. Stop shooting me. I'm a noob. Oh god, he's out there by himself. I'm inclined to go fight him, since we're on pretty equal levels. Since I am terrible. Did we kill him? I don't think we killed him. Nope, he's still over here. It's just I haven't gotten the hang of
Amplifying weapon systems.
the, here we go, broadside. Here we go. That worked out pretty well. My little ally though. Shit, he gets warped. God damn you, dude. Oh god, I'm getting whacked here.
Enemy missiles incoming, Captain. Broadside guns still reloading broadside cannons.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to warp. Nope, I can't.
Activated.
Put the shield up here. I just kind of got myself out here. With this little buzzing sound came back. Like I was planning on, I might do one more match, but there is a bug where this buzzing sound when you get the low HP for Dreadnoughts does not go away. So hopefully that is not the case. That drove me crazy earlier. Oh, shit.
Flechette swarm locked to target. Launch flechette. Clearing broadside guns. Firing. Broadside guns reloading, Captain. Our weapons are locked on. Understood. Swapping to
Shield activated.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna die here. But I'm gonna try to warp away
We're
actually.
getting killed out here.
See if I can make it through the mountain. Please make it through the mountain. Please.
Jump complete. Cycling jump.
Awesome. This guy is not gonna like me here.
Can't just lay down and die. We
But
can
I'm
still
definitely
win.
gonna die.
activating clear broadside guns. Aye, Captain. Broadside cannons.
I might as well
charging
try
up.
to do something. No, I didn't even kill him. That didn't work out. I should have tried to turn and warp in a different direction. Alright, let's play something. Yeah, I'll try to do one more match after this, but yeah, I just thought I'd give you guys a look because it's a pretty fun game. It's still, you know, very early on, but you know, comparing it to the alpha testing, which there's some videos up of it, it has made leaps and bounds as far as like the game's solid. The the graphics
Captain,
and
we need to turn
you
this
know the
around.
basis of the gameplay. That's very fun. They just need to tweak balancing a little bit and make it a little bit more. Shit, this guy is zoomed in here. Make it a little bit more easy to learn about certain aspects of your ship and what you're supposed to be doing.
Multiple impacts detected.
Lord, give us
Fusion reactor is
Lord.
overheating. Putting energy.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I died. That was bad. I should not have. But right now, it's a tactical game where you have to work with your team to win. And unfortunately, I just started pushing in there at the end, and that didn't work out too well. All right, so let's try to hop into one more match, and that'll be it for tonight. Like I'll be back tomorrow morning for World of Warships, or not World of Tanks. Let's slow down there a little bit. Sorry if I scared a couple of you guys. I'm just not up for a World of Warships stream yet. You want to know what ships are overpowered? I'd say if I more or less, if you look at the different trees right now, which I like that it's not tied to anything, so they can come up with whatever they want. Right now, I kind of like destroyers, but the tree here, Jupiter Arms, it's not until tier 4 that you get a Dreadnought. This one, the nav in whatever the hell, Akula Vector 1, keep calm and love the bomb. That's their motto. They get one at tier 2, and this thing I've run into a lot, and it's been a doozy to fight against. But the lore behind the game, or say ya Dana, thanks for watching. The story and stuff behind the game is actually surprisingly good. Like I was talking about, when you first pop into the game, there's like a little tutorial and a little bit of like PvE stuff, which you can fight against bots in PvE It's just you earn a lot less experience, credits, stuff like that. So it's not really worth doing. If they do expand on the PvE a bit, it'll be pretty cool because the training mission actually was pretty fun. Teaching you how to fly and, you know, fighting against some enemies. You know, it's a lot better than, say, comparing it to World of Tanks. The tutorial for that, it's leaps and bounds better. So I hope they actually add some, you know, PvE, you know, like single player or with a team against PvE into the game. Because they do have the groundwork for it done already. Alright, I would like to start with my destroyer. Which this is Onslaught. Awesome. Don't think I've ever played it on Rings of Saturn, though. So this will be interesting. The previous map I was on, the one with all the snow and ice, I've only played on that before, and you know, there's tons of things flying around you, and we'll see how this one goes. But I'm just gonna do this one last match, and then I'll be off. I'll be back, you know, 8 a.m. tomorrow for World of Tanks, and then Wednesday the same, and you know, Thursday, you know, I might pop on for earlier on in the day compared to now for a different stream, you know, for a different game, whether it's Overwatch, maybe Battlefield at that point. You know, only other game I have on my computer is World of Warships or The Witcher 3.
All stations,
This one's a little different, but essentially this, each team has a bunch of little fighters. That doesn't look like they spawned yet. There's a bunch of little ships, and you have a command ship that you have to protect. So it's a little bit different being on the space map. This is going to be hard, because we spawned a little bit away from our command ship, it looks like. And I'm stuck here. But yeah, there's these little smaller things too. But what I was talking about, if the matchmaking queue is long, people can actually control these little ships and bug the hell out of you. Shit, dude, I hate you. Where the hell did you go?
All silos locked on the target.
Fusion reactor is overheating, putting energy system offline.
Oh god. This got whacked. Those little things are freaking annoying. Alright, so I actually have to start going after the fight. How many gigabytes on my... Well, I have 3 hard drives on this. I have... what is it? 500 gigabytes for, you know, like my C drive for Windows and whatnot. Then I have I think a 350, or no, I have another 500 gigabyte for my games. And then I have a terabyte for my HD, you know, my hard drive.
Activating primary weapons, Captain.
Okay, I'm crapping it up here. I'm just kind of driving around aimlessly. Let's go after this guy. He's in that Morningstar Dreadnought I was driving.
We're locked on, Captain. Launching torpedoes. Missile silent.
Shield activated.
Do not want to take a direct hit from him. Oh shit.
Missiles incoming,
That bugger.
Captain.
Ah! That bugger frickin' ran away.
Missiles reloaded.
Module reboot. Ship is damaged, Captain. Full power to
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it away. I was trying to... Nah. If you get caught alone in this game, you're dead. But yeah, I have plenty of space for games, I guess. Oh, how many gigabytes? Sorry. I thought you were asking me for mine. Let me pull that up here. Oh Lord, it doesn't show me right away. $10 GB for this game. So a lot smaller than World of Tanks. It's I was kind of mentioning how the game, like the base of this game, there's not too many like major bugs, like graphically, like a lot of games first starting out on. You know, it's a very solid game at its core. The gameplay's fun, and ooh Lord,
to maneuvering thrusters. Multiple impacts. Damage control teams on
Run
station.
away.
Understood. Engaging thrust amplifier.
Thrusters overheated, Captain. Thrusters exhausted, Captain.
I don't know why I came back here. I'm probably gonna die. But these little ships, I'm trying not to get too close to them, because in this little bugger, they do hurt you. Honestly, I like this game mode on the other map, I must say, because there's less, you know, there's more stuff crammed into one, so, or, you know, less area. I just really suck at this game. Where did I spawn based off of my team here? Lord, the mini-map is not helping me out here. I spawned behind the enemy. I'd like to get that. Shit, might as well just try to shoot at that guy, but...
All ships, enemy contact at this location.
Take out that little bugger.
Aye, Captain. Activating.
Launching flechette swarm.
System drained.
Shit. Yep, I see him. He's trying to get right next to me.
Activate cloak, aye, Captain. Power cycling
God
cloak.
damn you, dude.
Hostile ship neutralized.
You thought you could kill the little noob, could you? Or did you?
To primary weapons, Captain. Enemy command ship destroyed.
At least our team's not doing as bad now. Famous last words, right?
Amplifying weapons, aye. Aye,
Let's get a
engaging
little bit of
cloak.
cloak here. Which there are different levels of cloak. You know, lower tier artillery ships.
Our command
You can
ship has
still
been downed.
see them and damage them.
Hostile going down.
Higher tier ones though, it's pretty hard to weed them out unless you know exactly where they are. Shit, I don't want that one.
Understood. Swapping to primary
I was
weapons.
like, why wasn't it working? I had my secondary module on there.
That's it. We've been hit hard. Damage control
Holy
teams
shit.
dispatched.
I'm dead. That little ship was just waning there for me. Oh god. I wasn't even paying attention. I'll pop in a healing ship. I'm trying just to pop in a bunch of different ones. I'm still figuring out what exactly I like. I like the destroyers, I think, the most so far because they're good at a little bit of everything. Let's take out these little things. Alright, I'm gonna wanna... Problem is my team, we're like grouped up, but not exactly grouped up. We just keep getting flanked repeatedly.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters.
Let's take out this little dude, and then I'm gonna start
Firing up.
healing my team here.
Repair auto beams activated. Amplifiers switching off.
Might be a little bit too late for some of these guys, though.
Full power to maneuvering thrusters. Aye, Captain. Engaging. System drained.
Shit,
Cycling.
There's that little bugger.
Amplifying weapons. Aye. Fusion reactor
These
is
things do
overheating,
hurt
putting
those
energy system
Corvettes.
offline.
If I can actually keep up with him here.
I'll heal, you fire.
Yeah, like graphically, like a lot of games get really good graphics, and honestly, even though the graphics on this are really good, more importantly, the game just feels fun.
Float the pod. Aye, Captain.
Enemy warheads locked on our position.
Really?
The enemy have warped in another command.
They're actually working together over there. They're two small Corvette ships just popped in at the same time on us. Yes, I haven't used it yet, but all chat is white that pops up, and blue is team chat. Like most people playing now, like I've had a couple matches earlier when the servers first came on. There's a few people using it. But yes, there is you know, chat that you can use. I just haven't figured out exactly how to use the team chat, but like I said, the game does not do a very good job explaining certain aspects of your ship. Like unlike World of Tanks, you can't hold what is it, the Alt button down and basically see how far like your torpedoes can go and stuff. They turn green when you have a good chance at hitting somebody, but you know, it's a pretty daunting task to know specificts specifics about the game. I guess I could look into the key bindings and stuff.
Call the shot, Captain. Target locked.
Activated.
Stop shooting at me.
Let him loose. Reloading missile silos.
Multiple impacts detected.
Hostile contact sighted.
There's their command ship. Let's get this out because we'll probably win with this. By probably, I'm fairly certain that we're gonna win. There we go.
We won this one.
Yeah, it is behind the chat. Like for this stream, like I spent some time moving stuff around because I've seen that. Yes, I have seen that already. Nice cuppa. A little bit less so though. More or less, people are, even though they're like calling each other like noobs sometimes. More or less the community, because this is basically everybody from the closed alpha. More or less, I haven't seen too much negative aspects about the game as far as the community. Like everyone's kind of nice. Some people get a little bit angry when, you know, your team's just doing terrible and it's a blowout, but that's to be expected. But, you know, so far, you know, there's not a huge community here because it is essentially what you're seeing here is a closed alpha, which very rarely do you see, you know, games allow you to stream it. But they did just transition to the closed beta officially, and it's going to be open beta very soon. So, you know, they're kind of letting more people, you know, put videos out, stream, talk about it, and whatnot. But anyway, that's all I'm going to do for tonight. You know, I only really popped on here for about an hour, but I'll be back tomorrow for World of Tanks, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m., you know, Tuesday and Wednesday. So I'll see you guys then. So yeah, it'll be a little bit less of me fumbling around trying to learn a game. Because, you know, with this amount of credits just from playing during this session, like this is free XP. And I haven't used any of the currency. I should be able to at least get 2 tier 3 ships with that. It's like credit-wise, it doesn't look like a lot in this game, but it's not like World of Tanks where they make you feel like you're a millionaire and then steal it away from you in one tank. So that's one nice thing. It's definitely simplified. But yeah, I'll see you guys. You know, hopefully you had, you know, a little bit of fun watching this, since, you know, this game, I've had fun with it so far. I'm still learning it, but you know, it is a very for this stage, it's pretty polished. They just need to fix the UI and actually you know, putting more information that's easily at your hands, because you can find a lot of guides on the forums. But anyway, thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. You know, hopefully you enjoyed this. I'm going to try more of these, you know, random games, you know, just here or there. So see you guys hopefully tomorrow morning. Have a good one.